Hello, this is Alan, and I'll be talking about my lab part A. So basically, to get the dashboard here, the HTML, to get this up and running, what we had to do is complete the DOM manipulation logic inside our app.js file. So fixing it allows the state changes emitted by the data service on JavaScript to reflect in that activity log and the progress bar. So after updating here, um, basically to make the observer pattern stick, I think of it as the radio station. This would be like the emitter. So the radio station would have its listeners, basically the components. Um, so the hardest part to grasp is usually the decoupling. So you have to get comfortable with the idea that the increment button, it has no idea the progress bar exists. They only talk to each other through a middleman, right? So the event emitter's job, which would like in the mental state, it would be the radio tower. So it's a pure delivery mechanism. It doesn't know what the data is. It just maintains a list of people to call when a specific like station or like in the code a specific event name would basically broadcast, right? So now the job for the data service is basically the news source. So it manages the truth. It only its only job is like to change the data and basically tell everyone, hey, the data changed, right? So they would be saying this into the radio tower. Doesn't care who is listening. So for the app.js, this is where we plug in everything. Yeah, listens for the broadcast and it decides how to translate that data into the pixels and like how the DOM updates. Now the render function's job, it's basically one of the final steps. Hi. It looks at the current state and then ensures the screen matches that state perfectly. So the hardest part usually uh, comes when you realize that the button doesn't call the render function. So in traditional coding, we often write button on click equals render, right? In the observer pattern, the button only tells the data service to update. The UI updates only because it is observing the data. So this separation allows you to add 100 or more different components, like loggers, graphs, badges, etc. And this wouldn't change the code for the button. So that is it. Um, oh, sorry. Yeah. So this is it working. Yeah, that would be it.